Welcome to Count Stacula on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning into another one of my videos. Today, y'all, we've got an old-fashioned unboxing. We're going to talk about some of these interesting coins, and I'm going to show off some of my silver pours that are actually available for sale right now on my eBay store. So let's dive in. So I have not opened this box up yet, so we're gonna do that now. This is a little strange packaging. I did get it from eBay, and it came all the way from Germany. Now, I have really slowed down on purchasing any kind of silver or gold since February, since the price went up. And basically, I have pretty much just been watching the market since then. Man, this is a lot of junk in there. But there is one series. Actually, there's a few series that I would like to continue to collect. You know, because I love collecting. I'm gonna take a look at this paperwork real quick. So. As I was saying, basically, there's series that I used to collect, and I have really been sitting on my hands for a long time to, you know, basically just prices are too high. I figure, you know, maybe they'll come down and I'll buy, but I guess one day the collector bug in me just became too much and I had to do something about it. So I went ahead and I picked up actually 7 ounces, but today we're going to look at one. This is the first one to arrive, and it was kind of like the impulse for me to buy all the rest. But let's take a look at this 1 ounce piece here as I talk a little bit about why I bought it. All right, so what do we have? This is the Prehistoric Life Congo Stegosaurus. This is the final coin in the series of 12 coins, and if you had been watching the channel from a long time ago, you would know that I was collecting this series, and wow, I'll tell you, the quality has improved over the series. We're going to take a look at some of the older releases that came out, but the issue with this piece is that it never became available at any of the US online bullion retailers to this day. And as you can see, it's a 2023 release. Now, I brought out the others in the series. I have them right here. So we're going to take a look at them. They're not in order, but we'll take a look at them more or less. See if I can try to put them in order, more or less. All right, so the first one in this series was the T-Rex, and yeah, it's a sick coin, but they did have tiny little bit of milk spot going on at the. As you can see, that milk spot has actually grown since last time. That's huge. Luckily, I think I have 2 of these T-Rexes. Here's another one. Oh, but that one also has milk spots. So they all had milk spots. I sold one recently that didn't have milk spots. I probably should have kept that one. Oh well. But that is the series. So I have 2 of the T-Rexes. That was the first, and those are certainly the most valuable in the series to date, typically selling for around $85 to $100 per coin. Everything else after that is a typical, around $40 to $50 coin, with a few exceptions. and this was the second in the series. Then came this one, and then I believe it was this one, the woolly mammoth. After that, it gets a little tricky on what came next. I think maybe this pterodactyl, then perhaps this Gigantopithecus. Soon after, this guy came. And then we started getting some strange creatures, as you can see here. What came next? Some of these did come out of order, I believe. I don't even know. But Titanoboa, looking pretty good. And we have this little fish. And that was basically it for this series. So these 12 coins, and the collector in me just had to complete the series because I had 11 coins and there was one more, but I couldn't easily get it. So I had to go to eBay, which I typically don't do to buy coins, but occasionally if there's, just that one left, and I was actually thinking about selling the lot of them. I don't know if I feel like doing that now that I've completed the series, but if I do, maybe I'll sell them together as a set, and it'll just be a nice collection. So I just wanted to share that. I'm not going to go into too much detail over the Dino series, but I will say this. Apparently it was well received because they went ahead and they decided to continue this series and make a series 2. They started it this year with the Triceratops, and then they already released a second coin in that series of another dinosaur. But again, neither one of those coins are available here on any US online retailers. They're only available in Europe as far as I can tell. And I decided I am not collecting that series if it is not going to be available here in the US, because you're going to have to pay a much higher premium to get it, just like I did for this coin. This coin, I spent $55 to complete this collection, whereas normally all of the other ones were purchased direct from bullion dealers, and they were closer to $4 to $6 over spot. So that's a much more reasonable price for this kind of thing, and that's why I decided I'm not going to continue this series. But also, like I said, I really slowed down on collecting any premium silver or any silver at all since the price moved up since February. And the only extra silver that I'm going to add to my stack would be silver grain, because of all the pours that I do. And that is just the way it's going to go from now on. However, I did add 6 more pieces of silver when I bought that piece because, like I said, the collector in me just had to continue a few other series. We're going to do another unboxing when those get in a week or two from now. But for the rest of the video, we're going to take a look at these unique silver pours that are available on my eBay store. Links down in the description. So what we're looking at here is the rainbow toned Lucky Dragon. I love the color on this piece. It's really came out mind-bogglingly awesome. And the previous one was antiqued. This one here, another one antique. These 3 have been listed for quite a while. All of the coins all of the rounds and bars that I do come with a certificate of authenticity, explain how they were made on the reverse. But let's take a look at some of the newly listed pours that are available. This is a silver coin that has been rose gold gilded, same as the Pegasus, but this is number 5, and it's stamped 2023 number 5. But it is it's got this beautiful rose gold finish. I also have this beautiful sea turtle stacker bar that is available. I'm gonna go through some of these pretty quick. We've got another one of the Skulls and Roses antiqued 1 ounce silver art bar. This one, I believe it's number 2 or 3. The stamping on this one's not great, but it's still a really nice piece. This is the gem star stacker pattern that I did in early 2020. What was that? 2024. Number 1 available. I think I have 2 of those available and 2 of these available as well. This is the Octo Gorilla. Has a little bit of natural toning there at the top that you can see. Looks pretty cool. Glossy finish. These really look nice antiqued, but they also look good the way they are, and they kind of do add a little patina on their own. So it's cool to watch if you let them expose them to air a little bit, and they do get a little bit more color in them. So I recently sold a few of my rounds like this, and so I decided, okay, time to list a few more. So here we have number 6 out of the 2024. I think this is 2024 number 6 on the Dino Badonkadonk round. I have another Rum Skull available, newly listed. 1 ounce silver satin finish. This one, for example, has the date on this side here. So this is the Megalodonero. This is the first Megalodonero available for sale. And it has a little flashing error, mint error there, so it could be more valuable potentially. It is number 3 out of currently only 7 in existence. So very rare. There's probably only going to be 10 in 2024. Okay. Just so you know, I have not made more than 7 of a kind for anything yet. So mintages are extremely low, and we're already more than halfway through the year. So mintages will remain low. These are listed pretty much for the holiday season. They make great gifts. You can see that nice patina that shows up as it was exposed to air for a little while longer before going into this case. And you may find that you like that. So, feel free to handle these pieces. They're not going to get ruined with, putting your fingerprints on it. In fact, they're only going to get better looking as they do patina naturally when exposed to air. So you might want to take them out of the capsules. Just a FYI about these film capsules or these film boxes. They do break really easily, so you have to press your thumb on that area where it says push to open this latch. If you try to force it open, this cheap plastic will snap because it's so thin. So you got to keep that in mind when you purchase one of these. Now, these are easily replaceable, but you're going to have to do that yourself if you break it. So don't break it. But here is the piece. We're just going to take one right out and have a closer look at the capsule. Don't be afraid to play with the silver. It's not going to hurt it. So this is number 1 from 2024. And the earlier 2024 pieces, they were hand stamped with the date. the later 2024 pieces no longer have a 2024 hand stamp because it's integrated into the mold, and every mold will get redone each year if it's going to be a repeat design for 2025. It'll be a new mold, and we'll start the mintage numbers back at 1. So here, for the first time, I'm offering the Pirate Ship Doubloon 1 ounce silver round, and this is number 2. Again, extremely low vintage. I've only produced 7 of these so far, and the text you can see on the sides is this old-timey pirate script, which I think is just gorgeous. Let's take a closer look at it. Again, be careful when opening. You gotta apply some good pressure to open the capsule without breaking it. Look at that old-timey script on the edges. I have not even antiqued one of these yet. It's gonna look so awesome when I start adding some unique finishes to these. This one has a little mint error right there, as you can see, a tiny void, but it's actually, there's an error there too, where there's extra silver in between the sail where it wasn't supposed to be. All of these pieces are exactly 1 ounce plus a little bit extra. If there's any pieces that are under 1 ounce, they do get melted, and there's never any pieces under 1 ounce that would be sold. So here's the final new one to be added to the store, and that is the Wizard Antiqued art bar, and it is just one of my favorite designs. Tells a story looking at it. It's such a beautiful piece and very low mintage. I think there's only 2 currently available. Well, two in existence, excuse me, and this is one of them. So take a look at that. This one, again, hand stamped 2024, number 2 of 2. And since then, I've changed the mold over to the new 2024 design, so I don't have to hand stamp the date on them. So this is literally a 1 of 2, as most of my pieces are extremely low vintage. I'm just pointing that out at this point in time, and I doubt I'll ever really get much higher with the vintages, just because this is kind of how I do things. So that is really what I wanted to show off for today. However, there are a couple more 3D printed boxes that I can show off. One of my most popular designs is the Pamp Swiss Assay, and there's other assays that will fit in here, such as Volcambi, Arga Herrerius, and the like. This one has not quite been cleaned up, but it's ready to get sold. Also available on my eBay store. Holds 20. I've got more than 30 different 3D printed designs to store your stackable silver and gold items. Take a look at the links down in the description if you're interested in storing your silver in these sleek black stacker boxes. So that is going to do it for us today, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more content coming your way next week or the week after, whenever I get my next unboxing in the mail. We're going to take a look at those. And yeah, I am working on some new designs to produce probably for end of year or 2025. It's a slow process, but I've got some really cool stuff in the works, and I'm just going to keep going. So stay tuned. This is Count Stacula. Thanks for tuning in yet again, and have a great one. Peace.